Emily and I started going to Living Water Fellowship several years ago when a former student of mine at a truck driving school where I was an instructor invited us. And so we went, and you may be looking at me wondering, well, who's this guy? Because, many of you don't, we haven't had an opportunity to spend a lot of time with you. Emily and I were on the road all the time. We're truck drivers, and we're out gallivanting around the country. And so we'd pop in once in a while, sometimes several weeks, sometimes several months, and sneak into the back. And so all of you have been awesome, and appreciate every one of you. I'm going to concentrate a little bit on the pastors here. First off, Pastor Philip, since he was and has been the main teaching and preaching pastor during the time that we've been there. And my first impression of Pastor Philip was that, he's megachurch pastor material. And Pastor Philip, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that you're a really, really talented guy, and we get there and think, well, here we go again. Here's the pastor going to move on to bigger and better things, but that's not where Pastor Philip's heart is. He wants to stay right where he's at and minister to the people right here. Uh, Pastor Little Bear. Now, I've never told you this before, but Emily always hated to go to church when she knew that you were going to speak. And the reason for that is because she knew that she was going to tear up and she was going to start bawling. And she did every time because you care so deeply for people, then you would get a little bit emotional and that would set her off. And she just hated that. And then, especially at first. But she loves you and she feels the your heart, as I do. So God bless you. And Pastor Al. Now Pastor Al has, he's always in a good mood. Now I've never seen him in a bad mood, even when he was in excruciating pain all the time recently with his back. But he's always joking, and has just a great heart for people. Just recently, he was bent over. He's like 4 feet tall, you know, walking around on a cane in excruciating pain. And I know exactly what that's like because I went through it for 2 months myself. I had back surgery many years ago. But Emily and I went over there and took Al and Sherry to the hospital. And he was bent over about 4 feet tall, walking around on a cane all the way to the car, joking all the way to the car. Had to be unloaded out of the car, and then he's 4 foot tall again, walking around a cane, joking all the way to the hospital. And boy, he just has a great heart for people, and God bless him. Pastor Doug, I haven't got to know him as well, but he impressed me a lot the way he was up there on the stage and just being able to do the music and get up there and I don't, the only way I know how to describe this, I'm sorry for anybody who has trouble with the term, but he's up there rocking and rolling with all the young guys and encouraging them to use their gifts and talents for the Lord, and which he did. Just recently gave up that position, if you want to call it that, and he's my age, so he's up there doing all that. He's an amazing man, and he's used his gifts and talents to bless the rest of us. And last but not least, Pastor Nathan. Now I watched him come up, and again we aren't there very much, but uh, when he first started, I was asked my opinion of Pastor Nathan, and my first impression was, the Bible says that love covers a multitude of sins. Well, in my view, love covers a multitude of mistakes too. So, as long as you have that love and you have a heart for people, which Nathan obviously does, then that that trumps everything for me. I mean, I know I've been through where he's at right now with his home, and he has his hands full, and then some. But he's there every week, blessing others, loving others, praying for others, and there's nothing that's better than that. So, God bless you, Nathan. God bless you all for what you've done, and maybe we can show up a little bit more every now and then. God bless. See you soon.